Halloween 5 fucking sucks. Remember the interesting and ballsy ending at the end of this film? Well, this film completely fucking ignores it. Instead of Jamie being the killer or possibly being evil, this film, in the beginning, she's a fucking mute and she's at the hospital and she is linked, psychically linked to Michael Myers. What? Well, Michael didn't die at the end of the 4, apparently. Remember the ending of 4 where he got shot and he fell in that hole? Well, at the end of that movie, they show it again in the beginning of part 5, and you see them throwing a firework in the hole. That didn't happen in the end of part 4, and he still survived. He went in the river and he found a hermit, or a hermit found him, and he gets knocked out cold for a year, and this hermit takes care of him. And then a year passes by. Michael wakes up with his mask looks different, and he kills the hermit. Like, what an asshole Michael is. I know he's a killer, but fucking hermit saved your life, Michael, and you kill him. So, what a fucking asshole. And you see he has a thorn tattoo on his wrist that comes out of nowhere, and I'll get to that bullshit. So like I said, Jamie's at the hospital and she's a mute now. And of course Danielle Harris comes back to play Jamie. She does okay. She doesn't have that much to do in the movie, which kind of sucks because I think she does as best as she can in the film, even though it was a shitty role. So she's in the hospital. You have Ellie Cornell coming back as Rachel, her stepsister. And you also have Donald Pleasence as Loomis coming back as well. And out of all the movies that Donald Pleasence did in Halloween, in the Halloween franchise, this is the only one I don't like. Because, one, he's kind of unlikable. He pretty much is almost unlikable throughout the whole film. And two, he's a very odd character. So he does things that Loomis would never do. I'll get to that shit, but I really didn't like it. I didn't really like it. It's clear that the director, Dominique Girard, or whatever the fuck his name is, he had no idea. He had no idea how this character works. I know in my previous reviews I mentioned how you had this, you know, Captain Ahab Moby Dick thing going on, but they took it way too far, in my opinion. So they made his character unlikable. And they make a big mistake in killing off Rachel in the first 20 minutes. It's just a shitty way just to throw a character away. And they replace her with Tina. Fucking Tina. Played by some actress named Wendy Kaplan or whatever. She's so fucking annoying, and she's in the movie throughout most of it, pretty much. And I can't fucking stand her voice. She's stupid. She doesn't do anything redeemable for the character. It's just lame. It's fucking I wanted that bitch to die. I'm sorry. That's my honest opinion. Seriously, her introduction to the film is she comes by the hospital window, and they have a dress for her, and Rachel have a dress for Jamie for Halloween, and she's just like bum ba dum bum ba dum bum ba bum, shut the fuck up, bitch. And all her other friends are fucking annoying. You have her blonde bitch friend that gets killed in the barn later in the film. She's fucking annoying. Her boyfriend, dressing up as Michael Myers, pranking people, annoying as hell. And freaking Tina's boyfriend, who's also named Michael, who gives a shit, he gets killed. And they're all unlikable, and I don't give a fuck about them, so this is where the franchise dives down in characters. Speaking of shitty characters, there's these two idiotic cops throughout the film, and every time they say something funny, there's stupid ass clown music or whatever. I'm like, what the fuck is that doing there in a Halloween film? And I found out later, like, oh, it's supposed to be an homage to the bumbling cops in Last House on the Left. Like, that was retarded too. So why is that in a Halloween film? It's stupid as hell. Fucking idiot director clearly doesn't know what he's doing. Now for Michael Myers himself, this time he's played by Don Shanks, and I really think he was that much of an improvement for compared to George P. Wilbur. To be honest, the mask looks even shittier. It looks even cheaper. It's completely different. And is it just me, or does it look like James Woods? What the hell? Why does the Michael Myers mask look like James? Why does it look like James Woods? That's not scary. It looks retarded. It looks stupid. There's even a part where Michael Myers takes his mask off to Jamie, and he fucking cries like a bitch. Why did we need to see that? We did not need to see Michael Myers crying like a bitch. So pretty much the story is Michael Myers is back. Loomis knows it. Jamie knows it, and Loomis, like, again, like he's a jerk in this movie because he's pressuring Jamie into telling him what he wants to know, saying, "Write it down, right? Come on, girl, write it down, write what Michael is," because she's linked to him. Like, that's stupid in itself, but and then even in the ending where he confronts both of them, he grabs her and he's like, "You want her, don't you, Michael? Come and get her." I'm like, Loomis would never fucking do that. That's a complete opposite from his character that was established in the films before this. It's just like, so, and the cops, they kind of try to regroup and try to capture Michael in his own house by the end of the film. And apparently, the idiot director who directed this, didn't see the original because the house in this film, the Michael Myers house, looks nothing like the one in the original. It's completely different. It's more like a gothic mansion. If you want to make an homage to a gothic mansion, make some other movie, or call it something else. That ain't the Michael Myers house, okay? Dominique, idiot. One thing I forgot to mention was there's this chase scene in a field outside the barn where Michael's chasing Jamie after she gets a voice back. She gets a voice back halfway through the film, and he attacks this other boy as well, the stuttering kid. I didn't care for this kid, and he tries to kill Jamie. He crashes into a tree. He gets out, and right before he's about to attack her, Tina gets in the way, and he stabs her, and I'm like, yes, thank fucking God, kill that bitch. But he doesn't kill her, but he should have. I mean, that's what happens when you cheer the killer to kill the characters, your lead characters in the film. Obviously, there's something wrong because you're supposed to like characters, but that's what happens. You write fucking shitty characters. But he should have killed her, and she goes to the hospital, and we never see her again. We don't know what happens. I like to fill in the gaps. Sometimes I'll say that she died before she got to the hospital because nobody ever mentioned her again in the film and after this film. So she died. So fuck her. Now to the climax of the film, it's pretty lame. Like I said, the Michael Myers house is apparently a gothic mansion now. So you have all the cops, but they get called in for something else. Loomis, like an idiot, breaks the walkie-talkie from the one cop that still stays. Michael Myers comes by and he kills the cop, goes after Jamie, and you have that one decent sequence where he tries to get her, and she's in the laundry chute and she falls down, and he goes downstairs, tries to get her from the bottom of the laundry chute. She climbs back up. Okay, that was a decent scene. Just one little decent sequence. That's it. After that, like I said, Loomis uses Jamie as bait, like a jerk that he is in this movie, and he traps Michael with a metal net, and he shoots tranquilizers at him, and he hits him with a 2x4. Pretty fucking lame. He's hitting him. He's trying to do his best, and say Donald Pleasence a little over the top in this movie, especially this scene. He's like, die, die, and apparently he was supposed to die, like himself. He was supposed to die. Loomis was supposed to die because you see him. He falls on top of Michael, and he just kind of he dies. He was supposed to have a heart attack. And he goes cold pretty much because you don't see him the last 3 minutes of the film. So that would have been a shitty way to end the Loomis character. So good thing he didn't die like that. But okay, the final few minutes, you see that man in black. That I don't think I've mentioned yet. He also has the thorn tattoo on his wrist, just like Michael. And you see him throughout the film, and you're thinking, who the fuck is this guy? What is he doing? He even has kind of a big introduction. He comes out of a bus, and he kicks a dog out of his way. You don't never see his face. And apparently, the writers even didn't know who this guy was. So, they wrote in a mysterious character, not knowing who he was going to be or why he was there, just for giggles, shits and giggles. That's called not knowing what the fuck you're doing. Of course, they do explain who he is in the next film, but originally they had no idea what the fuck they were doing, so fuck them for doing it. But he goes to the police station where they have Michael in chains, which is a weird image, by the way. But whatever. He kills all the cops in there, including the sheriff. And Jamie by herself, she sees all the mayhem that happened. And she sees the cell there where Michael was. He's gone. And then she goes like, no, and then the movie ends. And it's just a shitty way to end. This fucking movie. So, final thoughts, Halloween 5 is a shitty sequel. No real likable characters. Lame kills. The killer's mask, Michael Myers' mask, looks lamer than ever. You have a director and writers who don't know what the fuck they're doing. They obviously hadn't seen the original. And the movie is pretty boring. It's only like 90-something minutes. But it feels fucking long, and just nothing happens. There's a lot of sequences where they just do nothing, and it bores me. And then you just wait till these lame ass characters when they die, which you shouldn't want to see because you want to like your characters. But when they actually do die, when you see characters in movies that you like, and you see them die, you feel bad. They're likable, but when you have a movie with a bunch of unlikable characters, you can't wait for them to die. You just want them to get the hell out of the movie. And they made a mess that even if you had really talented people behind Halloween and Curse of Michael Myers, which that's gonna be the next one, there was no way. They put some in a corner that they couldn't get out by adding this shitty Man in Black bullshit thorn crap. But those are my final thoughts on Halloween 5. The revenge of Michael Myers. Shitty revenge. But thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed my rant, aka review. And if you like the film, that's fine, but I've never been a fan of this film. I still hate it. It's still a fucking mess. If you did like it, comment, go ahead, say what you want. But it's all cool. But I have nothing else to say about this movie. So Thanks for watching, and adios. And have a happy Halloween. And I'm gonna do something I should have done a long time ago. So I'm gonna do it right now. Okay, Halloween 5, you wanna fuck up the franchise? This is what I'm gonna do with your stupid mute Jamie, your stupid clown music, fucking cops, fucking crazy douchey Loomis, and annoying Tina. This is what I'm gonna do to you. Get the fuck out of here!